Hello, my dear students. Till now, we were discussing about quantum mechanical model, Schrodinger's wave equation, then psi square, which gives us the probability of finding an electron in that region around the nucleus. Afterwards, quantum numbers. After knowing these concepts, now today we will discuss on shapes of atomic orbitals. So today's topic of discussion is atomic orbitals shape. Nothing but probability of finding an electron in this area or in this region known as shapes of atomic orbitals. First, we'll have previous knowledge. This is relationship among values of n, l and m. N is the principal quantum number, L is the azimuthal quantum number, and m is magnetic quantum number. And afterwards we learnt the fourth quantum number S, that we'll discuss whenever it comes. This table gives us complete idea about the n, l and m and the name of the atomic orbitals. If n equal to 1, it is K shell. What is the possible value of L? It is 0. That means for 0, what is the designation? It is S. So this is called 1s orbital. Okay. And is there any subshell in the 1s orbital? No, 0. And that means it is only one subshell. In that one subshell, it can take 2 electrons. So 1 into 2, 2. Capacity of this is 2. Like that, when n equal to 2, there are two possible values for the L, 0 and the 1. This is for S, this is for P. So this is 2S, this is 2P. Here it has gone. Okay. And 2S further subshell is not there. But in the 2P, there are three orientation. PX, PY, PZ. So this is regarding the orientation. Right. So possible number of orbitals 3. So in this there are 2. In this there are 2 plus 2 plus 2 6. Totally 6 into 2 8. So 4 total number of orbitals. Each orbital can take 2. 4 into 2 8. So it is 2. It is 8. Like that we can go further. N equal to 3. K L M shell. Values of L equal to 0 1 2. S P. This is S. This is P. This is D. 3S. 3P. 3D. In the S further no orientation. It is spherical. In 3P again PX, PY, PZ. In D again there are 5 orientation. We will see afterwards. In the same way, when n equal to 4, it is N shell. L values are 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4S, 4P, 4D, 4F. In S, there are no further orientation. Circular, sphere. In P, again 3. In D, again 5. In F, again there are 7 orientation. So each can take 2 electrons. Totally we have 16 orbitals which can take 2 electrons. Total is 32. So in this way, this table is a very wonderful table. Please go through, practice it so that shapes of atomic orbitals becomes very easy. Okay. An orbital is the quantum mechanical refinement of Bohr's orbit. Bohr used the word orbit. Now quantum mechanical model is using the word orbital. So orbital is the refined word of orbit. In contrast to his concept of a simple circular orbit with a fixed radius, orbitals are mathematically derived regions of space with different probabilities of containing an electron. Here certainty was there. Now here uncertainty are the probabilities. Atomic orbitals are mathematical functions. I told in the case of Schrodinger's wave equation that time. that describe the wave nature of electrons or electron pairs in an atom. According to the quantum atomic model, an atom can have many possible numbers of orbitals. Okay, depend upon the NLM value. These orbitals can be categorized on the basis of their size, shape, orientation. Size N, shape L, orientation M. Quantum numbers. Smaller sized orbital means there is a greater chance of getting an electron near the nucleus. For example, 1s is very small, very close to the nucleus. 2s next close to the nucleus, like that. So smaller the size of the atomic orbital means it is closer to the nucleus, or electron spends its maximum time near the nucleus in a particular region. The orbital wave function, symbolically psi, is a mathematical function used for representing the coordinates of an electron x, y, z, that is 3D. The square of the orbital wave function, that is psi square, very important, represents the probability of finding an electron. This wave function also helps us in drawing boundary surface diagrams. I told around the nucleus exactly where it is available, how maximum time where it is spending. So you go for the electron cloud or the electron dot, then go for the imaginary line. So those imaginary boundary or the line will give you the shape of atomic orbitals, and that is the today's topic of discussion. Boundary surface diagrams of the constant probability density for different orbitals help us understand the shape of orbitals. So shape of orbital depends upon what? Psi square value and the boundary surface diagram. Now how s orbital looks. This is the shape of the s orbital. This is 1s, this is 2s, this is 3s. As it is going away from nucleus, size is becoming bigger. So 1s is lesser than 2s than 3s. But see here, in 1s there is no node. What is node here? Node is the region where the probability of finding electron is 0. Electron is not available at all. So here it is maximum available, here it is less available. But 0 is not there here. But you see the 2s, this is nucleus. So electron is available in this area, but not here in this white part. Okay. So in this area, electron is not available. That is, electron either here or here in the wave nature it is available in this area. So if you draw a line, boundary line here, that gives the shape of the 2s atomic orbital. Now you see the 3s. So this is one area, this is another area. Okay. So where are the nodes here? Nodes are this. This is the white part and this is the white part. So in this area, it can spend time, or in this area, so maximum time spends here. So this is 3s bigger. It may come here, okay, but maximum it is spending time in this area. So this becomes the shape of the 3s atomic orbital. But all s orbitals are spherical in nature. That is the important one. And this is the, after drawing the boundary line, this is the cross section. Okay, very beautifully he has shown. So you can understand how the shape of atomic orbitals are, especially s orbitals. And this is done on the basis of what? Graphical representation. It is psi square versus the distance from nucleus r. You see this graph. Okay. So the electron availability maximum here. This is called availability of electron. Okay. And this is the node where electron is not available for 1s here. Now for 2s, it is a little far away from the nucleus. Now this is the maximum probability of finding electron. This area no, this area no. That is, so this is 2s, this is 2s here. Okay, as you move from the nucleus, see the shape of the orbital. So that means it is far away from the nucleus. In this area, electron is not available. In this area, electron is not available for 3s. For 2s, no electron, no electron, no electron. And for 1s, no electron, no electron, no electron at all. So this is the time spending by electron in this area, in the 1s, in the 2s, and in the 3s. This is the graphical representation. These are the nodes. These are the shapes. So graphically they have done it, and with the electron cloud also they have seen it. Then after drawing the boundary surface line, then this is the they have made it. So in this way, a beautiful study is made by the team of work, team of scientists. Okay. Now p orbital, how it looks? This is the electronic dot structure, right? This is xy. So xy, this is a plane where electron is not available. This shape is called dumbbell shape. It's a planar. Okay. About nodal plane we'll discuss later. Today only. See here. This is called 2px. Why it is called 2px? See, the two loops are on the x-axis only. See, x-axis. On the y, z, it is not available. Electron not available. Depending on the graphical representation they have studied. Okay. And 2py. So only in the y it is available. Electron, not on the z and the x. This is available on the z-axis, not on the y and the x-axis. Depend upon the availability of electron around the nucleus in a particular region. They have made this one. Okay. Now we'll go to the d orbitals. These are five because there are five orientations for the d. You can see the previous table m equal to m. For m there are five orientation. So this is 3d xy. Why xy? It is x and y plane. See, this is x plane and this is the y plane. So orbitals are available, electrons are available in the xy plane only, xz plane only, yz plane only. So this is the psi square value. They have made it x square minus y square only on the x and y only on the z, not on the x and y in this way. So these are the shapes of the d orbitals made on the quantum mechanical model psi square value versus r graphical representation. Now we see the f orbitals. For f orbitals, how many orientation? 7 orientation. That means there are 7 f orbitals. They are beautiful, very beautiful. Okay, so these are notations depend upon the x, y, z. Lot of mathematical work is done by the Schrodinger's team. Okay, along with Heisenberg. So these are 7 f orbitals, which is not there for a syllabus, but for a knowledge purpose. Now, here I told you, no, today only we'll discuss about the nodal surfaces. What are nodal surfaces? Nodal surfaces means in this area or in this surface area, the probability of finding electron is 0. Electron will not come in this area. Okay, so that means it is not coming into the shape of the atomic orbitals. The reason where this probability density function reduces to 0 is called nodal surfaces or simply nodes. There are two types of nodes depend upon the shape and the electron takes the wave nature around the nucleus. They are, one is radial nodes or nodal region, other one is angular nodes or nodal plane. This is the plane, this is the circular area. Now, what are radial nodes or the nodal region? Radial nodes occur when the probability density of wave function psi for the electron is 0 on a spherical surface of a radius. Means especially for the SP, so radial nodes are available. Now, how to calculate the number of radial nodes? This is a formula. See, formula also they have made it. That is n minus L minus 1. This derivation is not there for you. This is the last step they have taken. See, this is for 1s, there is no node. For the 2s, here is the only one node. For 3s, there are two nodes. Why for 3s there are two nodes? Again depends upon the formula. Because it is a bigger, no, so bigger in size. So maximum it spends time here or small time it spends here, but in this area electron availability is totally zero. That's why it is called as the node area or the node. Now these are the nodes for the p orbitals. Okay, so 2p z, 3p z. So radial node is here. In this area electron is not available. This is the radial node, this is the nodal plane. So plane wise and the nodal wise electron is not available in this area, either here or at the most you can find electron here only. Now about the angular nodes. Angular nodes occur when the probability density wave function for the electron is zero along the directions specified by a particular angle. This is important. That is, it's a plane, xy plane, yz plane, or zx planes, like that it is there. You see, number of angular nodes equal to L. Therefore, already we know number of radial nodes and number of angular nodes. Now, the how many total number of nodes available in a particular atomic orbital. So, total number of nodes equal to number of radial nodes plus number of angular nodes. So, what is the number of radial nodes? It is n minus L minus 1 plus number of angular nodes L. So, n minus L minus 1 plus L cancels. Okay. So, total number of nodes available in a particular orbital equal to n minus 1. Now, please see the nodal plane for the p orbital. So, this is orbitals are on the x axis. Okay. But the y and the z is a nodal plane. In this area, electron is not available. Clearly, he has shown it. Pink color shade area is called as a nodal plane for the px orbital. So, for the px orbital, z and the y are the nodal planes. In the same way, this is the pz orbital. On the z axis, electron is available, but on the y and on the x, it is not available. So, this becomes the nodal plane for pz. This is the nodal plane for the px. This is the nodal plane for the pz. Now, what is the nodal plane for the py? Electron is available on the py orientation, y orientation. So, this is the area electron is available. So, this here z area and the x area electron is not available. That means this z plane and x plane, xz plane. This is called the nodal plane for the py atomic orbital. Whether it is a 2py or 3py or 4py, for every py orbital, zx is the nodal plane. Now you can see the beautiful diagrams for the 5d orbitals and their nodal planes. Pink color indicates the nodal plane. There are two nodal planes for the orbital. For this you see z square, no, like this. Now here. So please go through all these nodal planes. Now a small example to understand and to how to calculate the number of nodes. Okay. Now 2s orbital. For 2s orbital, what is the n value? This is the n value. This is the principal quantum number. S indicates what? S indicates 0, L value 0. Okay. Please go through the slide, yesterday's slide, or today I have given the second slide where table is made. In the table you will come to know this is n value, this is S value. So 2s means what? N equal to 2, L equal to 0. Okay, right. Now for 2s orbital, the number of angular nodes equal to what? L. L equal to how much? 0. That means for 2s orbital, angular nodes are not there. Why? Because it is spherical in shape. When it is spherical in shape, there is no question of angle formation. So angular nodes are 0. Now, the number of radial nodes formula n minus 1 minus L. N equal to what? N equal to 2 here. So it is n minus 1, 2 minus 1, 1, L equal to already 0 here, so 1 minus 0 equal to 1. So radial nodes are available, but not the angular nodes. So total number of nodes equal to what? 1. Now 2p orbital. So for 2p orbital, what is n value? N value is 2. What is p L value? L value is 1. Okay. Now we'll calculate. So the number of angular nodes equal to L formula. L equal to what? 1. Only one angular node is available because it is a P, no? So dumbbell shape. So angle is there. So one angular node is available. Now the number of radial nodes equal to n minus 1 minus L, n minus 1. N equal to how much here? N equal to 2 here for 2p. So it is 2 minus 1 equal to 1 and L value equal to 1. 1 minus 1, 0. So there are no radial nodes because it is not a spherical shape. So radial nodes are not available. It is a dumbbell shape. So angular nodes are available but not the radial nodes. But total number of nodes equal to angular nodes plus radial nodes. That is how many angular nodes? 1. Radial nodes 0. So 1 plus 0, 1. So total number of nodes available for 2p orbital equal to 1. So in this way, we can calculate. It is a small sample. We will calculate nodes for any orbital. Only thing is we should know the n value and the L value so that we can easily calculate the number of radial nodes and the number of angular nodes, and afterwards at the end total number of nodes for that particular atomic orbital. So my dear boys, today we learnt about the shape of the atomic orbitals, then S, P, D, F, all the 4 atomic orbitals, N, M, L values, and remember for every atomic orbital again there are spin is there. For example, 1s orbital, every orbital can take 2 electrons. So in that 1s orbital which are 2 electrons, one is a plus spin, one is a minus spin, or one is a spin up, one is a spin down, or in another way one is anti-clockwise, other one is clockwise. So in every orbital there are 2 electrons. Those 2 electrons are with opposite spin. So this we keep it in the mind. A spin is not shown here, but spin is shown when you start tomorrow's class. So I think today you understood about the shape of the atomic orbitals, then how to calculate the nodes, and tomorrow we will go for the energy level diagram, which is still more interesting than today. So every day it is more interesting day by day, and at the end we learn complete structure of atom. Thank you, my dear boys.